Hello friends, welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. Today is another wonderful Saturday morning, the very first Saturday in August 2024. It promises to be a very exciting day, seeing that a lot of exciting matches are going on across the globe. And amongst those many matches that's going on across the globe, we selected a few of them and made an in-depth analysis on this and brought it forward for you. In a short while, we'll be looking at these matches one after the other. We'll be discussing how these teams have played in their recent games, as well as the performances from home and away perspective. And from there also we'll be making our verdict on what could be the outcome of those very encounters. All right. For those of us who are coming across our video for the first time, who are yet to subscribe, kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. And also, those of you who already subscribed, try to like our video, also share as well, so that we'll be able to reach more people in this channel. All right, that will help us to grow actually. And that being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first match, and it is in Turkey Super Cup, where we'll have Super Liga actually, where we'll have Galatasaray coming up against Besiktas, right? And as usual, we'll take a look at the recent games for both sides, how they fared in recent encounters, and before we also look at the home and away performances. When you look at Galatasaray in the past 6, they've been able to achieve 3 victories and also 3 losses, and away side Besiktas on the other hand have been able to achieve 3 victories, 2 draws, as well as 1 loss in the past 6 recent encounters. And looking at how both teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can as well say that Galatasaray playing from home have actually won 7 matches in the past 10 home games that they had so far, and they've also lost 3 out of those 10 games. Actually, they've won 70% of their home games, losing 3 actually. And the away side Besiktas playing from away in the last 10 have seen 3 victories. They've also seen 3 draws, as well as 4 losses in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. And it is Galatasaray who have won 70% of their recent home games. That's actually slightly favored in this very one. When you look at the head-to-head performances for both sides, you could see that Galatasaray, the last time both teams met, even playing from away, that was in earlier this year match. This year they were able to defeat the Besiktas by 1-0. And also prior to that, we saw the Galatasaray in October last year defeating the Besiktas by 2-1. So it has always been Galatasaray who has been dominant of this very tie in recent times, and in this very encounter. However, also looking at how they have fared in the past 10 head-to-head, and each time Galatasaray played from home, they've always seen a victory. They've not lost any single match in the past 10 home games they played out with Besiktas so far. So it is Galatasaray who is likely to pick up the sports in this very encounter. It is home win. That's what we predict for this very game, and that takes us to the next for the day, and it is right in Slovakia, where we'll have Slovan Bratislava coming up against Sporting Podbrezova. All right, the home side Slovan have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw, and the away side have seen just 2 victories, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the past recent 6 games that they had so far. When you look at how both teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can also see the home side have been able to achieve 6 wins in the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. That goes to tell you that they've been able to achieve, they've been able to win 60% of the home games so far. So that's a very good sign. And the away side, on the other hand, Podbrezova have been able to achieve just 1 victory in the past 10 away games, and they've also lost 9 out of those 10 games that they played out so far from away. So it goes to show that the home side is actually a strong side. And also what I've mentioned, the fact that the last time both teams met, the away side was playing from home on that occasion. They defeated the Slavian by 2-1, and the home side Slovan Bratislava is actually going to try to make up for that very loss and do their best to win this very match. It is the home side that is actually expected to rise to the occasion and win outrightly. Home win. That's our verdict for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next for the day, it is in Denmark, Danish Superliga. We will have Midtjylland, FC Midtjylland coming up against Aalborg. All right, Midtjylland have achieved 2 victories in the past 6 encounters. 2 victories, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses. But the away side, Aalborg, have won 3 games, 1 draw, as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games that they had in recent times. And looking at how both teams have fared from home and away perspective, Midtjylland have been able to achieve 6 victories. They've also had 3 draws, as well as 1 loss in the past recent 10 games that they played from home so far. And the away side, Aalborg, on the other hand, have won 4 games from away. They've also had 2 draws, as well as 4 losses in the past 10 away games. All right, putting all that together, you see that the home side is slightly, the better side, seeing that they've been able to achieve victory on 6 occasions out of the past 10 home games that they have so far. And looking at a head-to-head perspective, you could see that the last 3 times both teams met, saw Aalborg winning on 2 occasions and the Midtjylland winning on 1 occasion. Actually, those 2 occasions were friendly games between these 2 sides. Aalborg won both friendlies, and but when it comes to the real deal in the Superliga, it has always been Midtjylland who have always seen the upper hand in this very tie. So in this very game, we do expect the home side, FC Midtjylland, to rise to the occasion once again and win out shortly in this very game. It is the home side to win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. And that takes us to the next for the day. It is in Hungary, where we'll have Hungary Division 1, where we'll have Fehervar coming up against Jagiellonia. All right, and when you look at the home side, how they fared in recent games, Fehervar have been able to achieve 3 victories and 3 draws in the past 6 games that they had so far. And the away side, Jagiellonia, have managed 3 victories as well, 1 draw, as well as 2 losses in the past recent 6 games that they had so far. When you look at how they have fared from the home and away perspective, the home side, Fehervar, have been able to achieve 5 victories playing from home. They've also had 5 draws. All right, 5 victories, 4 draws, and 1 loss playing from home. All right, you see that they've actually won 50% of their home games, and achieving a 40% draw and just 1 loss. And the other side, the away side, have managed 2 victories and 1 draw in the past 10 away games, but they've also lost a whopping 7 games playing from away. All right, that goes to show that they're not the very best side, especially when they are playing from away. And the last time both teams met was in May this year, and that game ended 0-0 draw. And prior to that, we saw Jagiellonia playing from home, defeating Fehervar by 4 goals to 0. And before that, also we saw Fehervar also achieving the same feat, defeating Jagiellonia from home by 4 goals to 0. That have always been the trend. Anyone playing from home always having the upper hand in this very tie. So in this very game, we do expect Fehervar to rise to the occasion and win out shortly in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very encounter. All right, and that takes us to the next for the day, and it is in Poland First Division, where we have Poland, call it Poland Extra Klasa, right? And it is that Jagiellonia Białystok who will be up against our Stal Mielec. All right, when you look at the home side, they have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 recent encounters, but they have had 1 loss as well as 1 draw. But the away side, Mielec, have managed just 1 win, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses in the past recent 6 games that they had so far. So when you bring out that to how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, because we will see that it is Białystok who has been doing very well, seeing that in the past 10 home games that they have so far, they've been able to achieve 6 victories out of those 10 games. They've also had 2 draws. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss. Just 1 loss in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. And that loss was actually, in a friendly game against an Israeli side, Tel Aviv. And but they've won 60% of the home games that they played out so far. But the away side, on the other hand, Mielec, have managed to achieve 2 victories in the past 10 away games, 1 draw, as well as 7 losses playing from away. All right, that goes to show that it is not the best side playing from away. And looking at head-to-head proceedings, interestingly, it is Stal Mielec who won the last tie for these 2 sides, defeating Białystok by 3 goals to 2 on that occasion. That was May this year, but Mielec was playing from home on that occasion. But this time around, it is Białystok who will be playing from home, and from record, Mielec have been doing very well each time they're playing from home. They've never lost to this side in the past 10 head-to-head meetings when they are playing from home. It is the home side who is expected to rise to the occasion once again, seeing that they're playing from home and win outrightly in this very game. It is also a home win. That's our party for that very encounter. All right, that takes us to the next, which happened to be the last game for the day. It is in Wales League Cup, where we have a Gresford Athletic who will be up against Airbus UK. All right, looking at how both teams have fared in recent games, you could see that the home side have managed to achieve 2 victories, 4 draws, as well as 2 victories, 3 draws, as well as 1 loss in the past recent encounters. But Airbus UK, the away side, have managed to achieve 5 victories and 1 draw in the past 6 games that they have so far. And when you break it down to how both teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that home side Gresford Athletic have managed just 1 victory in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws, as well as 7 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. That goes to show that they're not really performing at optimal level even when they're playing from home. All right, and away side, on the other hand, Airbus UK in the past 10 away games have won 9 games out of those 10 away games, achieving just 1 draw. 9 wins and 1 draw. That's a whole lot. Shows you that this team is a very strong side, and they're doing very well, and they're dispatching their opponents easily. And looking at head-to-head performances for both sides, you will see that last time both teams met, Airbus UK playing from away on that occasion defeated Gresford Athletic by 3-0. And it has always been Airbus UK who has always been dominant in the past 4 head-to-head, winning on 3 occasions and drawing 1 when they're playing with this very side. So it is the away side that is highly likely to to achieve a win in this one. It is away win. That's what we expect. Away win. That's our verdict, and that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion. Wish you the very best of luck, and I hope the ticket goes green once again. And remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game. It can go other way. All right. That being said, also remember that today we'll be coming up live around at 9:30 a.m. We'll be coming up live, and we'll be discussing some of other games, and also be expecting you to also bring your games, and we'll look at it and then make our analysis on these games and see how it goes. All right, it promises to be a very exciting live stream, and I hope you join us on that live stream. All right, until then, I want to wish you the best of luck, and I say keep on winning.